Jaishreeram. Welcome back to my new video where I am going to teach you how you can bring your 2D concept, art or environment design into 3D in Blender. I have made a small intro. If you like it, comment down below. Let's start with the intro. Started first basic layout through you can check out that image I have on the left side I have put my 2D drawing image and I am taking the basic uh, models. I'm taking basic models from my previous work itself, basic like the bridge itself you can see, and I put a sphere. I making full basic layout. Okay, it's very simple. You need to first start making basic layouts. Okay, according to your imagination, just make basic layouts, which is important before you start your any work like concept art or like environment design. So do making a basic layout is important. Where I did the basic layout, you can see. By the way, if you like my intro, if you want me to teach how I made, I can make an another tutorial for that separately. 3D logo tutorial, which is made totally in Blender. Now I'm taking pillars and adding. I made a like entrance as well, small entrance. I thought of adding a ring-like structure in between, where the one concept. And this is the geometry node which I'm going to teach you now. Like how I made this. Here is the bridge as well. You can see how I made this one. I first took a normal cube and converted it into a pentagon and like added a loop cut between and gave it a shape as a pentagon and started giving some random damage like structure and I added a texture, adding layer by layer textures which gives a random texture value. So I took texture from Pixel Bridge as well as from the Blender kit. So you can see I first took a cube, I added in between its loops, I made it as a pentagon, or you can make it through cylinder as well, giving lowest value 5 or 8 according to your desire. So I added a subdivision level and subdivided in between so that I can make variations. You can see here started like beveling. No need to worry about the topology as much, like if you are not going to use in other projects. So I made here a basic cube. I took a basic cube and I made like just like a cube, giving a structure like a cube. And I added a geometry node. From geometry node, I added a distribute points on faces in between. And next I added instance on point so that it will whatever object you import or like add to the collection and connect to the instance, it will show that objects randomly. I added a water. I made an water texture itself and made it an asset library. Now I started adding textures to the pillar. Started adding textures as well as to each and every model. I started adding textures through Quixel Bridge as well as see, this is a basic started rendering first image. Now I started building up a little by little concept. So I was thinking like what else I can add. So I thought of adding like trees, you know. Then I brought previous. I was trying to test like you need to test whatever things if you add it makes sense or try to match overall like background and foreground. So see, I started adding tree, then started adding the chakra, but again I thought like I'm adding a gnome in between, but even I thought of adding only the home thing because the whole concept was of about the home itself. So I just added home and again I actually deleted the chakra because it wasn't matching. It was focusing totally like main object was focusing on the chakra itself. So I deleted the chakra. Again, I made an for the outline. Again, I thought of making a solid emission. The between is the glassy type or a crystal emission, you can say. But the outer line, I thought of adding a harsh or like only solid emission. So yeah, very simple. There is anything complicated. So even I started adding the chains which are hanging to the main pillars. Then for the shadow type, I started adding tree. I was working on the lighting as well. I started adding trees each and everywhere. Where can I find it's like yeah, it makes sense. So I started adding, and then I started adding my smaller elements like getting some distraction or like making making it so congesting that it gives a look. So I started adding a bowl as well. You can see next, which is like from my previous video itself. I did not model in this much, but yeah, the character was downloaded from internet itself, from the Google itself, which is free. I just kept it there and deleted the animation and gave it a meditation pose. Now I started adding a smaller plants, hanging trees, and yeah, flowers, making it so congesting. I started adding bowls, and I thought adding plants might make a little bit more realism, brings little bit more realism. As in the still water, if plants might grow in between, right? So, and I started working on the entrance. Then in the entrance also, I started making the pillars, started giving it shape. You can see for the entrance also, I gave the same geometry node. It was separate, okay? When that thing was separate. And the final result you can see here. So yeah, it was very easy. You can make this thing by geometry node. In this, I did not model anything. I just it is all odd models were made previous only. If you have learned something new from my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that if I upload new video, you will get notified. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you in my next video.